Yeah, no, they were talking about the DEA, and how the government agencies are corrupt, and the DEA is the biggest drug dealer, and this and that, and blah blah blah. That's it's easy to get on the conspiracy side of things, because you see what you see, what is presented to you, but you obviously don't know the files of the DEA, what's going on behind the scenes. And yeah, there's shitty, I'm sure, DEA agents, and there's shitty FBI agents and pieces of shit and all that. But I know this. I know that where there is one thing, there is the other thing. So if there is pieces of shit at the highest levels, there are also good people there. And I got faith in that. There is something you got to have faith in. There are things that you don't know simply because you don't have both sides of the story. And if you talk to, I know a DEA agent. If you talk to any one of them or FBI agents, good ones, I'm sure the one thing they'll tell you they hate more, even more than the drug dealer, even more than the corrupt, whatever, is the corrupt cop, is the corrupt DEA agent. I guarantee you, the good DEA agents hate those people more than they do the drug dealers and whatever they're after. And of course, right, and of course, um, you're dealing with sophisticated, high level, uh, big money having networks of international criminals connected through the courts, through they have people in the courts, they have people in the police in their own countries, and this and that. Now, for the DEA to go in and do something, do you not think they have to not just play the bad guy, but be the bad guy when you're dealing with people like this? I'm glad we got people there doing what they're doing. I don't know what goes on at those levels, but like I said, my comfort comes in knowing that there are people at the top, wherever there is the biggest scoundrels and vermin of society and politics and economics, there is the opposite. People have to remember that. And the one thing that people forget and don't understand, I believe, is that, let's say, the best people in the world, in the highest positions, the true good people, what would be the biggest task for them, the hardest thing to do, the biggest, almost as if, the good guy has to take the most amount of pain and suffering. And that would be for the good guy to be considered by the masses that he's helping the bad guy. So sometimes when I see who they tell me is the bad guy, I think maybe that's actually the good guy. Um, but at the end, I just don't know. But faith that there is that which is opposite of which is bad, of which is holding you down, of which is screwing up the system. It's there. I know it's there. Yeah, well, you know, this guy used to say, when they were raining out brains, you were holding an umbrella.